we're here with Lori and John, and their son Jack's been in the program with us now for quite a few months, and we've just had the most amazing progress. And I wanted them to be able to share with us just the magnitude of the success that Jack has had, and they just have a really unique story, and it's just such a fun thing. And I want everybody to hear this incredible update. If you guys would start with just what brought you to Brain Balance, what was going on with Jack, and what were his diagnoses, and just what was the full situation?
Well, Jack was diagnosed with ADHD, autism, and anxiety. He was got those diagnoses very early in life. We started interventions with him at 2 years old, and he's 11 now. And so, lots of interventions through the school district through all these years. We also seen a psychologist 2 times a week for lots and lots of years. We did that just to help with his social skills because he was just so socially behind. And so my mother-in-law watched a commercial on Brain Balance and watched a TV show about it and a little interview, and my mom read it in a magazine. And so those are the 2 ways that we were exposed to it. And we made a phone call, and it's really changed our lives. It's surreal even sitting here, actually. And so we brought him in for an assessment, and that was a very traumatic event for him. Very traumatic. We were outside for 20 minutes in the car and standing outside the door, and then once we finally got him into the door, it took another 15 minutes to get him to come back into the center part for him to be assessed. And
with multiple coaxing.
Yeah, lots of coaxing. Yes.
Shoving it.
Yes, and you can do it, buddy. Is a lot of that.
Yeah.
And so he came back, and we just you guys did the assessment, and he showed a severe right brain delay. And I have to say that although I should have known that he had the mental neurological age of a 5-year-old, I still cried the entire way home from that. And
well, coming into this, we also thought we knew he was behind, but we thought he'd be a mild case. Whereas opposed to when we sat down and actually got the assessment, it was like, holy cow. This is a lot worse than what we expected. We thought he was pretty high functioning because, he had a lot of social problems and stuff like that. But he would go to school. He struggled with all of his homework and all that, but he would still at least go. And we had heard a lot about autism, and he was on the spectrum. That we thought he was pretty high functioning for that aspect, but then really getting in here and getting an assessment and finding out how far delay he really was, it was pretty shocking, really.
Yeah, it was. It was enough that I cried the whole way home.
Right.
It was pretty shocking, but we've seen unbelievable changes right out of the gate. It was just really something. And after 5 weeks, we spoke with our doctor, and Jack had been on 2 different types of medicine for ADHD, and we were able to get off both of those medicines within 5 weeks of starting the program and have never looked back. And that's a real miracle, as well as the many, many things that he has done.
Yeah.
He swam for the first time this summer. He watched fireworks for the first time without holding his ears. Trick-or-treated. That was so big.
Yeah.
And just a little perk. We used to, when it was time for me to vacuum, I would tell him I was getting ready to vacuum. He would go in his room and shut his door. And now he actually vacuums. So that's kind of cool that he can help with different things, and really function, and that not to be a big deal. He used to constantly argue with us about everything. Why? I don't want to. Don't make me. From getting his picture taken as at school to you name it, and all the arguing has stopped, and we didn't really even catch that until the other night. John had said, he's not arguing with us anymore, and we're like, holy cow. But he has just really come a long way. He did a school play, and
he's doing presentations at school in class, as far as he'll go up and show them how to do the problem rather than never answer.
Yeah.
Right.
Had to be pulled out of the chair just to try to get him to try to answer a question.
Right.
So it's unreal.
Yeah, and he's comfortable trying to do new things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's never been the case. Never been the case. And so it's not perfect. I know he's not done. We're just getting ready to start our 4th session. But we are going to be done in 12 weeks, and that's really exciting. And he just functions at such a higher level. His teachers, when we went to his IEP meeting and we sat down, and those meetings can be, the interventions that those teachers do for him are phenomenal. Our school district is wonderful. But you leave there with a sense of, you don't leave there with a sense of hope. You leave there with, we just Band-Aided and have a fix and try to help him so much. They just do a great job, but you don't leave there with that feel-good feeling. And this time when we went in October, we sat down and they said a couple amazing things to us. They said, one, where is Jack? Because Jack is a totally different kid and we don't know where our original Jack is. So that really helped us validate that this is really working, that the school district actually notices that.
It's incredible.
And then they also said two miracle things to me. They said, we've been teaching him how to tell time on an analog clock and he could not get it to the minute like the other kids did. And then one day he just knew how to tell time. And that was an awesome thing. And then the same kind of thing with his timetable. Struggle, and then one day he knew them all. Wow. And so, the miraculousness of that is just the coolest, I mean, he's going to have a normal life, and we literally just assumed that he would live with us forever because his function level was so low. I would go into Walmart, and John and Jack would stay outside, and I'd say to the greeter, please don't talk to us, because then Jack will struggle to come inside. I mean, that's how severe our lives were, and how...
To now, going to...
Right.
I mean, I hate, I don't want, like Thanksgiving, we go to my mother's side of family, we see him once a year, he jumps out of the car, goes across the street, goes in the house, goes in the basement, and, hey, everybody, and they're all like...
Who's this?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Jack, and we're... before he'd come in, but it'd be behind me, walking with his hand on me, right at my back, to where that nobody really, like they couldn't see him,
Mm-hmm. And we've spent many Christmases in our car for portions of Christmas because it'd take us a long time to get inside. And so this year he handed the presents out to everybody.
Wow.
So it's been a big deal.
Yeah.
It's been nothing short of a God-given miracle. I mean that.
Yeah.
It's just been the best thing that's ever happened to us.
A lot of hard work he's put in, that's for sure.
Yeah, he
Paying
gets
off.
all the credit because he has worked hard, and we've been very diligent about everything that you tell us to do, and that, I swear, has been the key. When somebody asks, how did this work? I said, they told us to do it, and we did it.
Nice.
That's simple.
Right.
And we just didn't deviate with the food, and we didn't let up on things just because he didn't want to do them. And, we pushed him to succeed, and man, has it paid off. It's paid off.
Yep.
It's so
It's
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
It's incredible. You got a different kid,
Yeah, me too.
and I see it, and everybody sees it. Everybody sees it. It's so amazing. And just, I know for my staff and for me, this has been just the most amazing thing to watch. This kid who had so much, potential, and just there's something
locked in there.
special in there.
Yeah.
Now I get to see it
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. It's like we've been given our child for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
I appreciate you guys sharing your story.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. You're welcome.
We'll touch base again.
Yeah.
All right.